Hello and welcome to a session of clocks and calendars. Clocks we use daily, calendar almost daily. So this is something that we can relate to on a day-to-day basis. But there are certain things which are important to note when we are solving certain problems. So let's get to know what are those important points. In a clock, normally what we do is a 12-hour clock. What happens in that 1 hour is important to us. Now when does the minute hand coincide with the hour hand? It's only once in an hour. What happens when the minute hand and the hour hand make a straight line? Now at that point they are exactly 30 minutes apart, which means that suppose it is 10 past and they are coinciding with each other. So what time will it be? The hour hand will be between 10 and 11. So the minute hand will be between what? Between 4 and 5. So exactly 30 minutes apart will be their difference. Now there will be two instances where the hour hand and the minute hand will be at right angles to each other. Now at that instance they will be exactly 15 minutes apart from each other. Let's have a look at calendars. Now in a calendar, in a year how many days are there? 365 days. In a leap year, how do you identify a leap year? So any number of the year, if it is divisible by 4, we can say it's a leap year. So in a leap year there are 366 days. Now if I have to count 10 years hence what will be the day on this specific date, how do I do? So in 10 years if I look, okay, in 1 year 365 days. So we have to count the days or the day of the week. So let's count how many odds do we get, how many remainders do we get if we have complete weeks. So in a year of 365 there will be 364 which is divisible by 7. So there is 1 odd day. In a leap year it becomes 2 odd days. So let's look at on a bigger scale. What happens every 100 years or 200 years or 300 years? Now every 100 years has 5 odd days, 200 years has 3 odd days and 300 years has 1 odd day. Or let's have a look the other way around. In a normal cycle, first 2001 was what? Or normal year, 2 was normal year, 3 was normal year, 2004 was a leap year. What will be 2100? Now 2100 will not be a leap year. Why? Now there is a logic behind this. Every 100 years the leap year vanishes. So 2100 it will not be a leap year. Similarly 2200. But 2000 was a leap year. So every 400 years it comes back. So 2000, 2400, 2800 will be all leap years. But 2100, 200, 300, 500, 600, 700 will not be. Now another thing, the 1st January of the first year in the AD is known to be a Monday. So let's get that also. Let's try the examples now. Sonia remembers that her father's birthday was certainly after 8th of the month but before the 13th of December. Her sister Sushmita remembers that her father's birthday was definitely after 9th but before 14th. So let's say after 8th, which means it will be 9, 10, 11, 12 before 13th. So it will be 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 days are possible. According to Sushmita, it will be what? After 9th but before 14th. So after 9th we will eliminate 9th, so it will be 10, 11, 12. On which date was December was their father's birthday? Now here I have 3 different days, 10, 11 and 12. I don't have a single day. So there we cannot give a clear answer. Let's have another example. Sudhir remembers that his mother's birthday is after 15th but before 20th of April. So here it is what? 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, while his sister Kalpana remembers that her mother's birthday is before 22nd but after 18th. Now here I have what? 19, 20, 21st. So if I look closely, 19th is the only one which is overlapping. So I am clear that yes, it is 19th of April that their mother's birthday is scheduled on. Now let's look at another example, another type of example. January 1, 1996 was Wednesday. What day of the week was January 1, 1997? So 1996, how many days does this have? 366 because it's a leap year. So what happens after 1 year? Now if I divide the entire thing by 7 because we need to eliminate the weeks. So what is the remainder? In a leap year it is 2 days. So if it was Wednesday, what day will it be? Thursday and then Friday. So 1st January 1997 will be a Friday. Let's take another one. Today is a Tuesday. After 62 days, it will be which day? So today is a Tuesday. After 63 days, it will be Tuesday because it's a multiple of 7. So after 62 days, it will be what? 1 less, which means 1 day before Tuesday, which is nothing but Monday. Right? So this is how we can solve it. Let's have a look at another example. The year next to 1996 has the same calendar year that as of 1996 was. Now 1996 had a calendar. Which year after 1996 will have the same calendar exactly? So 1996 is a leap year. Next leap year will only be calculated. So next leap year will be what? 2000. But if I calculate 1996 plus 2, then 7, 8, 9. So it will be plus 5. So it will not tell me the same leap year. So every next leap year there is a difference of 5. So 2005, then 2004 will be 10. So I still have a difference of 3. 2008 will be what? 5. Another. Now I am still left with 1. So here I need to find out when exactly. So it has to be a multiple of 7. So it's 5 into 7. That will be the LCM. So there will be 35. Now I need 7 such breaks. So 1996 and 7th leap year after that. So 2000, 2004, 8, 12, 16, 20, and then comes your 24. So 2024 will have the same calendar as 1996. Let's take an example of clocks. What is the correct time between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. when the minutes hand and the hours hand are at right angles? Now let's identify where is the hours hand. It is between 4 and 5 because it is between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. that's the time we are looking at. Where will be the minutes hand? The first instance of right angle, the minutes hand has to be between 1 and 2. So between 1 and 2, which means what? It has to be between 4:05 and 4:10 p.m. So at 4:05 p.m. what is the situation? The hours hand is slightly ahead of 4. How much ahead? If I divide the time equally, it is covered 1/12 the distance between 4 and 5 because we have covered just 5 minutes out of 60. So 5 out of 60 is 1/12. So it has covered 1/12 of the distance. So the time at which they will be at right angles will be nothing but 4:05 and 4:06 in between these two. Let's have a look at another example. What is the correct time between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. when the two hands of a clock point in opposite direction? Now the hours hand is between what? 3 and 4 because it is between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. So where has to be the minutes hand? It has to be between 9 and 10 because then exactly it will be opposite. So between 9 and 10 what will be the time? It will be 3:45 at least. So 3:45, which means we have covered 3/4 of the distance, which means what? It will be at least 3/4 part covered after 3 and 1/4 before 4. So going by that, we can very safely say that it is 3:49 at least, or around 3:49 is the right time at which this happens, which is minute hand is exactly opposite to the hours hand between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. So this is how simple concept of clock and calendar can be applied. Of course, you can always go back and relate to your daily life in case of any confusion.